in the beginning of time, survival. Back in the days, it was the man, the woman, and the kids. In religion, what is it? God, man, woman, kids. It's just... And God is a man. There you go.
But God is not a woman. God is not a man.
God is the Father.
I count 'em.
Once again, you 2 minutes, your boy Kick Up Breezy. Easy. Treasy too easy in the building, you know what I'm saying, man? We back with another reaction video. You know what I mean? Today we got Saint Descendant, you know what I'm saying? Apparently, he dropped high IQ gems on why women can't lead. So, we're gonna give a breakdown of the video to see what they talking about, see what's happening. Do you think women can lead, bro?
I think women can lead just as much. Kamala can lead America back. Tupac.
I actually believe women can lead you to the devastation of the rest of your life. Anyway, let's get to the video.
So please correct
You've been
me.
wrong about a bunch of stuff, but that's fine. Yep.
No. A lot of the things you say, I just don't want to get into it too much because you guys just because you just throw things out there without actually making an argument. You just make a metaphor or an example, but an example or a metaphor is not an argument. An argument would be explaining why exactly, let's say, what was the example? Virginity, right?
How about this? What's one thing that's wrong that we haven't made an argument for? Go ahead.
For example, the hierarchy thing. That really stuck with me.
Hierarchy about what?
Correct me please if I'm wrong because I don't want to quote you wrong, so please correct me.
You've been wrong about a bunch of stuff, but that's fine. Yep.
No, you just don't like the stuff I said. That's the difference.
Yeah.
So you said men respect or can recognize a hierarchy better than women do, and that's why men function better than women do, right? Because they recognize the hierarchy better.
Men understand competence hierarchies better than women do.
Competence hierarchy.
And we assort ourselves in that way.
Yeah, so that just actually tells me, that's just a premise. Like, how do you explain that?
I can explain it.
Yeah.
Can I elaborate on that?
Please.
There's a great book. It's actually written by a woman. It's called How to Play Hardball Like a Man. It explains that the way female children and male children evolve drills in hierarchy. When boys are at unstructured play, meaning they get to go play whatever game they want at recess in primary school, boys play games that require hierarchy. Team sports like football, basketball, you have a position with a clear defined role. There's a captain of the team, someone above you. And there's a such thing as winning. And when you win or lose, it establishes a hierarchy or an imbalance, which boys respect. Conversely, when girls receive unstructured play, they play games that do not require sophisticated teams. They'll play hopscotch. Well, how do you win at hopscotch? You don't. It's not about winning. They play house. They play dolls. How do you win at dolls? You don't win. It's not about winning. It's about the communal experience with one another. And all of the games that they play are egalitarian, meaning there's no hierarchy. There's no hierarchy in hopscotch. There's no hierarchy in playing dolls. And here's the difference between male and female children when observed at play. In a natural state, boys will come to a conflict and they'll say, okay, jump ball, throw the ball up, we'll resolve it that way. They can move the game along. When girls are observed and they have a disagreement at play, you know what they do?
They team up.
They stop playing, they end the game. Because it's all about the relationship. And if we're not feeling happy about each other, the game has to stop. So that's based on research. That's a book called Hardball for Women by Patricia. And I'll give you one last example. I have an organization of men and I have an organization of women. We build a lot of products and services, right? Our women are lovely. They're producing a cookbook, right? And they assign each woman, okay, you give me 3 recipes, you give me 3 recipes, you give me 3 recipes. They kept having situations where they had to contact me to resolve a stalemate because they couldn't resolve it on their own. Why? Because they're egalitarian. They need to bring in someone in a higher position to fix things. And why did they have issues? Well, I don't like your recipe and your recipe makes too much food. This is supposed to be for one person. And, well, your recipe, you're Caribbean. Isn't your recipe supposed to be Caribbean? They're micromanaging each other. And when they couldn't agree, they just stop and freeze up. Whereas men, when they come into a disagreement, all right, take a vote. All right, well, he's the boss. We'll just go with what he said. Or he has more experience in this. We'll go with his expertise. Do you understand why?
No, like... How can you argue against that though? Like,
You can't.
if she try to argue against that, there's something wrong with it. But
I get it
basic terms.
because even in sports,
We play basketball.
I was just gonna use that analogy because when I'm on the court, people look at me, they say, "Give him the ball." Hey, that's a perfect. I don't know why he didn't use that analogy for me personally. And my name, like Trevor Turner, like when he plays basketball, we give him the ball.
I mean, but in certain scenarios though, especially on the basketball court, for all my hoopers out there, y'all know if there's that one person that can't dribble the ball and always try to get the ball at the court and get, you know what I'm saying? He always want to do everything his way and shoot the ball. Don't want to play team play. He just want to score points and not play team ball. You know what I'm saying? As a team collective, we talk within each other. Leave that nigga out. The other 4 players talk within each other and say, all right, we're not getting that nigga the ball no more, bro. We're not. He's not playing team ball. He gotta play. Hey, no matter how much you talk about, hey, they pass me the ball. We say the nigga wide open, he's not getting it. Sorry, you shouldn't have wasted your plays, bro.
Playmaker won't be his thing. He need to go find and do something else that he will be great at and focus on that one thing.
Cause we don't do solo. We're gonna do team ball or no ball with you. So,
Or just like even
levels
just
to it, bro.
to everything, or just like a ship. You're not gonna have 6 captains.
You can't have 6 captains. 6 captains can't all be in charge of everybody. Especially in charge of each other. How you gonna say I'm a captain, you a captain, and then say I'll tell you what to do?
Gotta be a hierarchy of things.
Got to be.
We have hierarchy.
And not only that,
that's
women
very
are
interesting.
way
That's
more.
very interesting.
And if you look at like consumers or whatever, right? Excuse me. If you look at like voters, most women vote Democrat. Why? Because they tend to be, oh, you get $1, you get $1, you get $1. Men are meritocracy based. You did the best job, John. You get $10. Tom, you did the second best job. Here's $7. Like men are able to establish hierarchies and go off of that. Competence hierarchies for men are very important. And then the last example, they did this where they put Survivor. Men on an island, women on an island. The men, quickly, you're gonna go fish, you're gonna go build a house, you're gonna get fired, you're the best at doing this, etc. They put them in roles, and they were able to succeed and build shelter. The women, they didn't want to kill the fucking animals to eat. I don't know what to do here. Blah, 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 blah. This is why men are better deductive problem solvers. That's why every invention that you see, all these modern conveniences, all created by men.
But they're not all created by men. But I don't want to get into
Name
that.
one app you use that a woman created.
An app?
A mobile app that you use that a woman created.
Clue.
Take a piss.
Clue. It's a period tracking app.
It's a period tracking
So
app.
there's one
That's a
that-
great example. Here's my point with the difference between men and women. When women become entrepreneurs, they always do businesses that are for women. Oh, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a cosmetologist. I do lashes. I do all of these things that benefit women. It's like they can't think beyond their nose. Whereas a man creates a product or service, an entrepreneurial venture, it benefits everyone. Everyone can use it. Do you see the difference?
No, I don't see the difference because a lot of things men create have only benefited men. Like look at the
Did she just say a lot of things that men created only benefit men? Did she not realize that she's sitting in the chair, got a microphone, there's a table in front of her, there's a whole podcast in the room that she's sitting in, the floor under her, the whole building that she's in, structured in,
Innovated by men.
the elevator that got you to that, the car that you driven to get to there, to get to the point where you had to be able to say that you can't tell that there's a difference between
You realize you can always tell when the argument starts to get emotional. Cause she hears them, but she just wants to negate everything she's saying because she just wants to be right.
It's like, bro.
But it's not factual.
And this is why I don't argue with women. I don't, because when they start making dumb statements, because they don't think sometimes, they don't.
Which they do a lot.
Like they just speak without actually having a coherent logic process of why they're saying the things that they're saying. You can't just be out here blatantly saying that men create things that are only for other men, when everything around you is literally created for the convenience of you to thrive.
The air you breathe was created by men.
Matter of fact, take it a step further. Men gave you the ability to speak. We could have stripped it away. We could have took all speech from women. Say, hey, be quiet. You're a woman. We could have kept it that way. Because it was that way before.
And we technically invented you. From the real. My real.
Hey, I got my pen. Like y'all you came out of my nutsack, bro. Like, what you mean?
We invented y'all
Like,
through the extent of God, of course, but you know what I mean.
let's see what you got to say about that.
Do you see the difference?
No, I don't see the difference because a lot of things men create have only benefited men. Like, look at this.
Y'all are not ball sacks.
Exactly. Y'all literally are thriving in a ball size right now as we're sitting. We have the ability to tell or to produce male or female.
How did invention gonna tell the creator what to create?
We made you!
The audacity. I didn't even think about that. That should just kill the whole argument. Everybody should leave after that.
What you about to argue? She was ready to just. And you can tell she's about to wait.
It's emotional at this point.
She was listening, and as soon as he stopped talking, no, I don't see it. Which means she didn't comprehend what he was saying. Because she already had something else in her mind to be able to speak. That means she wasn't even listening to comprehend, she was listening to speak. It's obvious.
I do like the fact that she does have some opinion because it's like everybody else is just quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell she's stupid. She's stupid. Never mind.
All I'm saying is, hey, I'm gonna have an opinion, but you think the opinion can still be stupid.
Play it again, pause it.
Creates a product or service, an entrepreneurial venture. It benefits everyone. Everyone can use it.
Look at her face. It's zooming on her face. Can you zoom in?
You're not familiar.
You can.
But I can't even count.
Look at her face. It's stupid.
Do you see the difference?
No, I don't see the difference because a lot of things men create have only benefited men. Like, look at
this is the issue with like. You've been talking though. That's the thing.
I just want to say one thing. I just want to one little thing.
Finish.
Thank you. Just one little thing because I really like the way you referenced like the study. That was amazing. But I don't see how that is. You're welcome. But that does not. I don't think that directly translates to any kind of. I don't know what word he used. I think he used competence, like female and male.
Or just let's say hierarchy, yeah.
But it's not comparable because their male competence is very important, but so is female competence. As you said, the social aspect was very important, and I'm not saying they're like less important. I'm just saying they're different. So
yeah, all he's saying is that women don't respect hierarchy. It's like some women, not all women, but women are prone to not acknowledge the fact that we're not all the same. Some people might be here, and we need to treat them as such.
Even from the beginning of time, survival. Back in the days, it was the man, the woman, and the kids. In religion, what is it? God, man, woman, kids. It's just. And God is a man. There you go.
But God is not a woman. God is not a man.
God is the Father.
Actually, the Holy Spirit is more so a feminine presence. Because it's described that way in the Bible. But we ain't gotta get biblical. But what I would say is that God is many things in one.
We know God is ethereal. He's spirit. He's a being. He's not man or woman. But we cannot deny the fact in the book of Genesis, God created man in his image. God created man in his image. Every H in the Bible that describes him or he is capital for man.
Yep. Like, he always refer God as a he.
I don't know what God they're worshiping. They may be worshiping the Indian gods that has the whatever the key cow, whatever the thing is, starting to decay with the 6 arms. I don't know what God they worship, but it ain't the God that gave us the Jesus of Nazareth. I tell you that. Because that's a man.
It's oh, I know what they got. I know who they God is. Come to find out, they God running for president right now as we speak.
Apparently God is there. Kamala Harris is today. But hold on. Even when you just basically just open the Bible, Jesus, was he not a man? Was he not a literal flesh of God in human form? Was he not man? Because I don't remember Jesus being a woman.
I don't know, man. It might have been a woman, man.
Jesus, a Nazareth, a woman, from the Creator, man.
That's what they think. apparently what they think.
And this is why women can't lead. This is exactly why women. This is why women don't need to lead, bro. Cause I wish I would have a woman raise my kid, telling my daughter that God is a woman.
Moses was a woman, they say. Isaiah was a woman. Peter was a woman. He said Eve was binary, and
This sounds so stupid, man. God dang, bro. That made me lose a couple IQ points in hearing that one. I ain't gonna lie.
And God is a man. There you go.
But God is not a woman. God is not a man.
God is the Father and Son and Spirit. Okay, I gotta go on there. Jackson, close up because we're.
Yeah. The thing that I've been like consistently noticing with this podcast, and this is I find why it's hard for me personally to make like female friends, is I find that women be lacking accountability. Can't just be like, you know what? You're right. You're right. It's always a fucking argument. It's always a fucking argument.
Oh, yeah, she flew out, man.
And that's why it's hard. And same thing with men though. There's some men that actually can't take accountability. I've dealt with it, and that's a turnoff regardless of like either gender.
Yeah.
I feel like it shows like a lack of intelligence to like be able to not understand another perspective.
You smart.
Slick shot.
You loyal.
Slick shot.
You
You
the one.
know what? Coming from a woman saying that women can't take accountability, it means something.
very based.
That means a lot because you're not lying. You're not lying at all.
She would probably lose IQ points, despite because she was quiet the whole time.
You know what? Quick story. It's funny because I was talking to a female that got into a car accident, and the first thing she said was it wasn't my fault. And you know what's funny? 9 times out of 10, when a woman get in a car accident, it's never their fault. It's always somebody else's fault. Every single time.
Then when I told you that lady was backing up in the parking lot, and she hit me, and she got out, and she said, and she deemed necessary where we should call insurance. She said, "Oh, it's not that bad." Bitch, you don't decide that. I decide that. You hit me. How you gonna hit me and get out and be like, "Well, it ain't that bad"? I think we should.
Dude! I would have been like, you ain't that bad, dude.
I deemed that.
But then you say she scared off.
Oh, she got in that car real quick. After I told her that, I said, you know what? I ain't even tripping about it.
Man, look, I would
Next thing you know, she was just beside me. I turned around, she already in the car already back out the parking lot. Gone.
The way I would have been like, I would have got that car.
It was at Chop. Hey, she said, forget that salad that day.
I just tried to go home. I bet she went home to somebody like friend, told somebody like, yeah, man, this man that hit me. I was backing out. He hit me.
Expect a call, Brian. Expect a call today. Somebody might call. Like, babe, what happened? Just, yeah. Some guy moved his car in the way.
They would never say it's their fault.
He hit me, but he was sitting still, but he still hit me, though.
Women.
Oh, you're Here's the other thing too. The reason why she's not that agreeable, you're a fairly masculine woman. I could tell from your demeanor, the way, and that's not an insult. You box, etc. So you're in a combat sport, so you're in a more masculine state of mind in general, just off of what you do.
And his hand is balled up right now.
You tend to be less agreeable, etc. But that's what I'm trying to say when I say that in general, like, and that's a non-agreeable trait, which is cool, but. Yeah, I mean, if we just literally described to you how men and women are very different, and men understand how competence hierarchies. He referenced a book with children. I referenced, Survivor Series and how women tend to vote, which tends to be Democratic. You referenced religion. I don't know what else we could say to prove to you, but
we can't run over.
Yeah, it's fine.
I didn't give her a lot of based logical arguments, and she still disagreed with it. Can't win, man.
Like you said, they were stating facts from logic. She was stating facts and how she felt from emotion.
And it's like, women can get so far, most women, I'm not gonna speak for all of them, but most women can get so far if they drop the entitlement attitude and thinking that their way is the best way, and look at somebody that's successful, that has a lot going for them, that has...
Oh, listen.
Look at somebody that's been well diverse and traveled around the world and knows probably what they're talking about for them to be able to have such a professional studio set as them, to just sit back and be like, you know what, I get it, you know, I understand. You know, it may not make me feel good, it may not make me feel the way I want to feel, you know, but I can accept being wrong here. Cause y'all know more than me. I'm younger than y'all. Y'all have been, it's more experienced. Y'all more logical.
You know what made them more entitled? If they had degrees.
Oh, man.
I got a degree in psychology, so.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Well, oh my God, I know that would be a hassle. Podcast with some women with degrees that use that degree as a sense of I'm right and you're wrong.
Well, honestly, the most recent podcast they did, it's a woman with a degree that she graduated with her master's, or she graduated with her bachelor's and was going for her master's, and she was on such a fit that she was arguing heavy. But hey, it is what it is. I still love you, women. You still are a gift from God. Just sometimes y'all just say stupid stuff.
The real.
That's it.
The real.
If y'all got any videos that y'all want a person to see us react to, comment. But most importantly, hit that subscribe button.
Hit that like and subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? Like that, don't you?
Corn.